I've probably had it for about a year, and I love it and use it constantly. What's going on, YouTube? Taylor Prentice, TP Money, whatever you want to call me. Today I'm here with another video, and this video is going to be on my favorite plugin for under $15, and that plugin is going to be Halftime by Cable Guys. The plugin comes in at about $12, which is a really great deal, especially considering how much I use this plugin. I probably use it in about 75% of my beats, and I definitely hear either Halftime or Gross Beat being used in a lot of big songs. So, you know, it's probably a good investment for how cheap it is. Even though I do think it is getting kind of less popular, I think I'll probably always be a fan of this kind of sound and what it brings to the table. But I'm going to just show you guys how it works, and I'm going to show you guys what the controls do in the plugin. So let's just go ahead and get it. First, I'm going to show you guys this loop with no plugin on it. And then here's it with halftime applied. So as you can see, it's an 8-bar loop. So for this first section that says loop, I just have it set to 8 bars. And if I had a 4-bar loop, I would just set it to 4 bars. But you can mess around with like the 16th and the 8th triplet and the 8th note. It's going to give you like this cool kind of like arpeggiated sound. But if we're being honest, I pretty much just always keep that at 8 bars or 4 bars or whatever bars I'm actually working with. I typically don't really change it. So below the loop section, we have a fade in and fade out bar. So this is determining how quickly halftime is affecting the loop and how quickly it stops affecting the loop. So you can do that all the way up to 16 bars. I typically don't really mess with those sections either. And then you also have a mode, so this is determining how much it's slowed by. So 2 times is obviously going to be your typical. I never really mess with 4 times. 1.5, you can get some cool sounding stuff, but it's a little harder to work with in my opinion. So I really just typically keep that at 2. And then down below is you have like it's like almost like a filter. So like say I have 77.4 hertz. Anything below 77.4 hertz is not going to be affected by halftime. And then the same thing goes for the other end. So if I have like 6.04 kilohertz, anything above 6.04 kilohertz is just going to pass right through without being affected. So I'll just show you guys what that sounds like. So yeah, that can be cool if you want like some of those higher frequencies to creep through. Or you can mess with the mix tool, the mix knob, which is on the right, and it's going to do sort of the same thing, but it's more of like a wet knob, a dry wet knob, so it's determining how much of the whole thing is affected. So if I like go to 50%, half of it's slowed, but then the other half is still allowing most of the signal to get passed through. So I wouldn't really ever go down to 50, but if you go down to like 80 and stuff like that, sometimes you can get it to manufacture a really cool sound. Alrighty, so you've heard it on the melody, and I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you guys on some hi-hats. Those are like, sometimes I'll use it on like snares and claps, but really hi-hats are pretty much the only drum I ever really use it on. Typically I'm just using it on sounds and melodies, but sometimes they can make for some really cool drums. I think I heard Metro talking about it, and I had never really thought about doing it until I heard him talking about it, and I think he does it like on a pretty frequent basis, so it might be something you're into. It's not particularly a sound that I've grown to love, but it's worth checking out. Here's the hi-hats, normal. So that's also really cool for transitions too. But yeah, there you have it. My favorite plugin for under $15, Halftime by Cable Guys. Definitely worth the purchase. If you guys cop and end up using it, let me know how you feel about it. And if you've already had it, definitely let me know how you feel about it, because I've probably had it for about a year and I love it and use it constantly. So I thought I would recommend it to you guys. And if you guys have made it to this point, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could leave a like and comment, that would be awesome. Or if you have any questions, just leave a comment. But I will see you guys later. Deuces.